Anders will not be doing Jakarta. Or Lima, no. Yes, it's okay on the Annie Leibovitz shoot, but just for that one day. And in New York, like we agreed? Yes, I know it'll be tight. I'm sorry about that. Hey, you're gonna have to excuse me. I have to jump on another call. Get back to me by tomorrow, all right? Okay. Hello? Yes, this is Valentine, Maria Anders' personal assistant. Yeah, we received the date of the hearing, but she will not be in Paris that day. We've told the lawyer 2 times. She's the one who filed for divorce. Why would she be holding things up? That's ridiculous. Okay, well, we're gonna... Hello? I'm sorry, we're on a... Hello? I'm sorry, I can barely... We're on a train and I'm not sure if I... Fuck! Hello? No, I still can't. We're in the Alps. There's a ton of mountains and tunnels and yeah.
Did you read this article about Google and users' private information? It's disgraceful. They're too powerful. Thanks.
So I have no service in here because of all the tunnels, but I did reach Gwen. She said that she's going to take the X-Men thing off IMDb.
I did one. That was enough. No, am I playing Nemesis again?
Well, they have to do it now because everyone's blogging about it already.
Yeah, I'm sick of acting hanging from wires in front of green screens. I've outgrown it.
Fans are going to be devastated.
Oh, did you speak to, what's his name? Urs Kobler?
Yeah,
Is the agenda set for tonight?
Yeah, you're all set. You have just the 3 interviews, and then it's the presentation of the award and the official dinner. He's going to meet us at the train station in Zurich to take us to the Dolder. That's where you wanted to stay, right?
I've written first draft. Want to hear it?
Sure.
I'm very honored that Bill Melchior asked me to accept the prize you're awarding him tonight. As you all know, he decided a long time ago to stay away from all public events. Not because he's shy or proud, he's a modest and generous man. But he insists on protecting the peace and quiet he needs to write. I wish that I could promise you all that I myself will place this prize in his hands. But Wilm has forbidden me to do so. He asked me to join him tomorrow in Sils Maria, where he lives for part of the year, but on one condition, that I come empty-handed. If I'm here tonight, it's because I owe everything to him. He chose an unknown 18-year-old actress for the lead in the play you all know, Maloya Snake, and then for the film. That unknown actress who played Sigrid was me. In 2 months of shooting, he gave me everything I needed to build a career on, my career. Up to here, it's fine, and then it's all downhill, just fragments.
You want me to finish it for you?
No, I'm the one who has to pay tribute to him. I have to find my own words. If I'm stuck, I'll ask you, okay?
So Mappy says it's going to take about 2.5 hours to get to Sils Maria from Zurich. We have a driver. Also, I texted Willem's wife. She hasn't gotten back to me yet.
Must not like Rosa. You sure I gave you the right number? I have to take this. Bonsoir, cher maître.
Je l'ai dit à votre client, mon futur ex-mari, je ne peux pas me rendre à la convocation du juge pour la simple raison que je serai retenue à l'étranger. Par ailleurs, je sais bien qu'il veut acheter ma part de l'appartement que je viens de faire, une offre très raisonnable, hein. Regardez le prix moyen du mètre carré dans le 7e arrondissement, vous verrez. Oui, j'essaie d'être conciliante, mais je suis pas complètement idiote, hein. Je sais très bien que j'y perds. Vous connaissez la loi mieux que moi, non? Nul n'est tenu de rester dans la division.
I know, I heard just a second ago. I know, I haven't told her yet, but as soon as I can, okay? I got it, yeah.
Si votre client préfère qu'on vende et qu'on partage, moi j'ai zéro problème avec ça. On met le bien en agence demain matin et là vous verrez bien quel est le marché.
Yeah, there's really nothing on the net yet. Just this press release and comments.
What kind of comments?
You don't want to know. They're stupid. It just says, you know, Zorglub 228. I thought he died a while ago. Besides, he hasn't written anything of interest in 20 years. Wise Guy 666, the media pays too much attention to writers. People die all over the world, and no one ever mentions them. Zora Rose didn't know who this guy was, but offers her condolences to the family. So I spoke to yours cobbler, and we canceled the press, obviously. I'm gonna work it out when we get it tonight. It's gonna be really different.
It'll be gloomy. Official and stiff. Everything Billum hated.
Yeah, people are gonna be sad. What do you expect? He's dead.
If I wanted to be true to him, I'd turn around and go home.
I think you'll find the words once you're there. I think they'll come naturally. I think, you know, who could do him justice better than you? A stranger? You love him. It's different.
I love him. I know so little about him.
You know what I mean. If you want to be true to him, you have to be there. Hello. Sure. Yeah, we're on a train, so we might lose you, but I'll ask her. Okay. It's France Inter. You kind of have to. I'm sorry.
Oui. Oui, c'est Maria Anders. Oui, je sais, merci. Une suite de Maloya Snake. Oui, en effet, il m'en avait parlé. Et il voulait que je reprenne le rôle de Sigrid 20 ans après. Mais je ne sais pas du tout à quoi il pensait. Puis c'est resté très vague, il a dû certainement laisser tomber l'idée. Je regrette. Bien sûr, je regrette.
Rosa just called.
I'll call her right back.
She's actually not going to be available till tonight. She's really busy. She still has to go to the morgue.
Did you find out anything?
Yeah. Willem was home, and so's Maria. Rosa went for a checkup in Basel. She thinks that he was home all day writing as usual. Went for a late afternoon walk, but she called to check on him and couldn't get through, so she got worried and sent the neighbors over. Doors were locked, the lights were out. He wasn't home.
When did they find him?
Late afternoon, like the middle of nowhere. I think it was a heart attack.
exciting having you here.
Nice. The cockroaches must have taken a later train.
Moet je dan weer het hotel?
Ja, je gaat hiervoor.
We are in a loss for words.
I have to say my first reaction was to head right back.
I understand. We were wondering as well, should we move forward or cancel everything? You know, here in Switzerland, we are not big on public displays of anything. Especially grief. This should have been a celebration, and now it will be a posthumous homage.
It's going to generate the kind of press that we do not want.
We try to keep them on distance.
Paparazzi are going to be all over her. You realize that, right?
I have to think it over. Everything's hitting me at once, so I don't know.
Of course, that's why we invited Henrik White.
Henrik Wald?
Yes. He's devastated as well, but he agreed to hop on a plane to be with us tonight. If you'd prefer not to accept the prize, Henrik can do it. It's up to you. He's associated with Wilhelm's theater. Most of the plays were written for him. You don't appreciate him?
We did 2 films together. No, we didn't get along very well. But I'm glad he's here. He and Willem were very close, and Rosa likes him a lot. He's a great actor.
Yeah. One last question.
Oh, I forgot to tell you this thing. Sorry.
Chanel.
Chanel.
The press attaché from Chanel is waiting for you at the hotel to try on your gown. You don't have to.
No, you do not have to. Can we turn this off? And no fruit, thank you. Okay, all good, thank you.
So, what do you think? Would she stay?
Yeah, she'll stay.
Because if not, I have to change the tickets.
I know, she'll stay. Trust me.
I can't deal with this. It's impossible. I'll never find the right words. His body isn't even cold yet, and everybody wants a piece of him, starting with Henrik Wald, of course. Of course he'd be happy to accept the prize. If only I could just not see him.
Henrik? Why are you still so upset with him?
I have no reason to have stopped being upset with him.
So he was, like, in love with you or something?
Not at all. He was just furious I didn't give in to him. He's perverse, violent. He hits women. He likes to humiliate them. Look it up on the internet.
I thought we despised the internet. Carolyn?
Yes.
Hey,
Hello.
Valentine.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Thanks for agreeing to do this. I know it must be really difficult for you.
This is Bernd.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
Bernd, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
You know those really trashy photos I showed you of Lindsay Lohan? This guy's responsible.
But I tried to be more elegant today.
Wiedersehen. Alles Gute wünsche ich Ihnen. Kommt. Tschüss.
It's Rosa. Am I bothering you? I just wanted to tell you, to thank you. It's good that you are there. It's good that you're accepting the prize. It's what Willem wanted. Henrik? No, you know what he is sort of, Henrik? The less he understands, the better he is. When he understands, nothing is excellent. I would like to have given you a hug, but I'm leaving. A constant being alone at church, it's too difficult. But there's something I want you and only you. To know.
So he knew about the illness for a long time. Did the autopsy say what he swallowed? Oh, I see. He left nothing to chance.
Beautiful. Is anybody a bit sideways, please? Yeah. And the face in, chin up a little bit, please. Thank you. Great. Yeah.
Maria. Sorry, it's your future ex.
And again,
Hold on a
Very
second.
nice. Oh.
Allô? Allô? Pas la peine de prendre ce ton lugubre. C'est pas moi qui suis morte. Ben oui, mais je sais bien que Willem est mort. Je suis à Zurich, là, maintenant, figure-toi.
Very early at the university. We were both studying literature and theology. And I had the privilege of acting in all of his plays, here and abroad.
He had become a recluse, mysterious, inaccessible.
Wilhelm was the simplest man in the world. He liked to ski in the winter and go hiking in the summer. Those are the fondest memories I have of him.
His later work depicts a bleak, destructive vision.
I acted in those plays. It's true, at times I found them scary.
A sea of gray hair. Completely.
So, first I'll say a few words. I hope I'm up to the task. And then I'll introduce Henrik. Once he has finished, he asks you to join him on stage. You will introduce the film. That's it.
I saw Wilhelm 2 weeks ago. We went hunting. He was his usual self, there and not there. He mentioned the prize, that he wouldn't be attending. I told him he'd miss an opportunity to see you.
I was on Long Island 6 months ago. I spent a week with him and Rosa.
I know.
I don't give a fuck that you know.
Henrik, you are almost on. Excuse
me.
Of course.
We had an affair when we were shooting Maloya's Snake.
Yeah, I couldn't tell.
Well, I was 18, kind of dumb. And he really took advantage. After the shoot, I never heard from him. It destroyed me.
I'm sure you've run into him since.
We made another film together afterwards. Which one? You don't want to know. Tolstoy adaptation, German producers. Who cares? Well, 10 years later, I was famous. Then he was interested. And he kept harassing me, calling me in the middle of the night. But I didn't give in, and that he hated. And he made me pay for it every single day of the shooting.
He was really amazing in that one movie. What was it called? He plays a Soviet defector with, like, missile codes and shit. Do you know?
No idea. No, I don't know. Never heard of it.
It's great in it. So intense, especially in the more physical scenes. That stare, he is like, I like him.
Yeah, I kind of got it.
I mean, as an actor, I really like him.
Er muss bedauerlicherweise morgen früh in aller Herrgottsfrüh zurück. Hendrik, weit!
Danke, meine Damen und Herren. Auf dieser Bühne stand ich zum letzten Mal vor 4 Jahren in dem Stück Der Reichstag brennt von Wilhelm Melchior. Ich habe nicht ahnen können, dass dies Wilhelms letztes Stück sein würde. Er saß vor mir in der 3. Reihe, starrte mich an. Ich glaube, ich habe nie schlechter gespielt.
Maria, you're on in 5 minutes.
Wilhelm Melchior wird immer bei uns sein, durch seine Stücke. Auch ich werde bald wieder die Ehre haben, ihn zu spielen, hier, in London, überall. Deshalb sage ich nicht Adieu, sondern bis bald, Wilhelm.
Danke, Hendrik, für diese wunderschöne Hommage. Jetzt möchte ich eine sehr gute alte Freundin von Wilhelm Melchior auf die Bühne bitten. Ich bitte um einen herzlichen Applaus. Maria Enders!
I'm honored to welcome you here. I wish it had been under happier circumstances.
It's great to celebrate his work, especially today.
I was eager that the city of Zurich pay tribute to him.
He was very grateful to you. He told me so.
Hey, she'll just be 2 seconds. I'm sure she's going to be thrilled to be relieved from officialdom.
You know that his last play was set in Zurich.
Oh, yes. He paints a rather dire portrait of our political class.
That's an understatement.
You should know. Your character was evil.
Klaus Diesterwick is here to see you.
Excuse me, sorry. I already told him no.
He's here just to see you.
The project doesn't interest me, okay?
He's a great director. Just hear him out. You don't have to do it. He's probably the best of his generation.
I know. We saw this in productions.
I mean, if you'd like to go on chatting with the mayor and Henrik, you can be my guest.
No, thank you.
Do you mind if I cut out for a bit? I'm just gonna meet Bert.
Bert?
The photographer. We're just gonna find somewhere a bit livelier. This place is a dead zone.
Oh, no problem. I don't plan to hang around. Enjoy.
Thank you for finding some time for me.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
I hope you don't find me too insistent.
No, not at all. I've seen quite a few of your productions. I enjoy them, and I know we'll find an opportunity to work together in the future.
Give me one more chance.
Klaus. I played Sigrid in Mallory Snake when I was 18. For me, it was more than a role. In some way, I am still Sigrid.
And that's my point. If Sigrid seduces Helena...
And it has nothing to do with being a lesbian, by the way. I've always been straight.
That's not at all what I meant.
Sigrid is free, beyond everything, and most of all, she's disruptive, unpredictable.
I know.
And right or wrong, I've always identified with that freedom. It's a way of protecting myself. Do you smoke?
No. I try not to. And for you, Helena embodies the opposite.
Helena's sporty. She runs a company. She falls head over heels in love with a girl who doesn't love her. And leads her to suicide. Yes, she's completely the opposite.
But what is it that attracts Helena to Sigrid if they are so different?
It's obvious. Her youth. Well, if you're telling me that I'm Helena's age now, yeah, you're right. It's true. But that doesn't mean I can play her.
The way I see Helena is totally different. Despite her bourgeois life, despite her responsibilities, she's not the epitome of order. And not at all the opposite of Sigrid.
Well, she is married with children. Her social life is a huge success. And she sacrifices it all. Yeah, she's destructive.
Sigrid revives this hidden violence in Helena.
Was it hidden or tamed? Time's gone by and she can't accept it. Me neither, I guess.
There's no antagonism. It's the attraction of two women with the same wound. Sigrid and Helena are one and the same person. One and the same person. That's what the play is about. And because you were Sigrid, only you can be Helena now.
How can you be so sure?
You know as well as I do that Wilhelm Melchior had been working on a sequel for years.
Yes, but it was about Sigrid at 40 years old.
No, it was about Sigrid 20 years later became Helena.
So who's gonna play Sigrid?
Joanne Ellis. She did a superhero movie that just opened in the States.
And besides that?
Not much. She's 19. She's a lot more interesting than her interviews and profiles. She has a theatrical background. She doesn't want to be swallowed up by Hollywood. She admires you and she's willing to pull out of her other commitments.
I've listened carefully. But to be honest, the role scares me. Helena scares me. I'm in the middle of a divorce. I feel alone and vulnerable. Probably too vulnerable to do this.
If you refuse, I'll understand, but it will be a missed opportunity. Especially for Wilhelm.
I should get going.
Excuse me, but I won't be staying for dinner. Good evening, Marie.
Klaus, I have another reason. Susan Rosenberg. She played Helena with me.
I remember Susan Rosenberg.
She died in a car accident a year after. It's a superstition. I've always associated her death with Helena's suicide.
She was a lousy actress who didn't understand a thing about the role. And her conventional style of acting highlighted the modernity of your performance. You should be grateful to her.
Is there a way of changing this? I'm sorry. Oh, he's coming.
Whoever Klaus needs to be. Are you going to accept his offer?
What offer?
You know, he's a very good director. If he'd offered me a role, I'd accept it on the spot.
So that means I should accept it?
God, no!
This much talked about sequel of his. Remember, he never finished it. Sorry to be brutal, but I'm a simple man, and the play tells a simple story. An older woman falls in love with a scheming girl that has her wrapped around her little finger. The girl takes advantage of her, squeezes everything she can out of her, then dumps her. Helena's love for a cigarette makes her stupid and blind to what everybody in the audience can see right away. But then that's really all she's ever wanted. She's fascinated by her own downfall. It's as clear as day. That's why the play was such a hit, and it's still being performed today. Why stage it if you want to tell another story?
I think your reading is simplistic. I know Sigrid, and believe me, she's more interesting than that. Yes, she takes advantage of Helena. Yes, she fascinates her, and she knows it. Well, you can decide not to look any further, but I had to because I played her. Just talking about what's on the surface. The play is about what attracts them to each other. It's harder to see, and it's more profound and truer. The impossibility of their relationship is as cruel for Sigrid.
Cruel for Sigrid. I'm sure she'll get over it.
What do you know?
Time, youth. She has her life ahead of her.
Well, Helena's young, too. I mean, she's not old. She has a life ahead of her, too. But she decides to give it all up.
Helena is not used to being turned down. She discovers her own frailty, and she can't accept it.
We'll drop Mr. Waldorf first, please.
Grand Hotel du Lac, please. So Klaus has persuaded you. You're going to play Helena.
I didn't say that. But I'm considering it. Yes.
Are you sure you don't want to have a last drink?
I'm already drunk, darling. Henrik! Hold on.
just found the main road again. I'm sorry. I must have set the GPS wrong. Like an hour or so, probably.
I had a dream. We were already rehearsing, and the past and the present were blending together. I'm confused.
No kidding.
I shouldn't have said yes to Klaus, but Billing's death, mourning, I couldn't refuse.
He is a sick director. Joanne's a superstar. It pays well.
I'll need the money.
Okay.
As long as you want. I like the fact that you are working on your part here where it was written.
You promised. No ghosts.
There aren't any.
I was joking.
No, it was half joking. This is what I wanted to show you. This is where Willem killed himself. But that stays between you and me.
Is that the Maloya Pass over there?
Yeah.
The snake, right?
Snake.
Oh, your snake.
Yeah.
In a play, it's ambiguous.
The Maloya snake. It's a cloud formation, fairly rare, partially unexplained. It's a sign of bad weather. And the clouds, they are coming from the Italian lakes, over the pass, and winding through the valley, like a serpent. Therefore, it's a snake. They call it a snake. Willem was fascinated by this film. He used to marvel at the fact that the true nature of the landscape revealed itself in these images.
Yeah, but the black and white creates a distance, sets the passing of time.
It's almost a century old. Actually, it comes from very far away. That's the beauty of it.
Thank you so much. Lovely to meet you. Thank you.
Thank you. I won't promise to come see you in London.
I hope you change your mind, right?
theater is only theater. Oh, Maria. It belongs to Willem. Keep it.
Well, you were 18 years old. You weren't a child. There had to have been some kind of attraction, or Willem was far from a saint, right?
Maybe. He did choose me, so he must have felt something, but it remained unspoken.
So you admit
And it's not very important. It's not very important.
If that's not important, what the fuck is important?
All that matters is what's in the movie.
So you admit there was attraction?
Stop.
Why? Was it mutual?
Yes. No, I don't know. You don't understand. Yes, I was attracted to Willem, but it's normal. I was fine with just feeling attracted and with the intimacy.
So there was intimacy, too?
Stop picking apart every word I say. Anything more would have endangered our relationship. It was, my intuition told me that it was far more valuable than desire.
I feel you. You're in love with him.
Of course I wasn't. Stop oversimplifying. It's too easy. It was less than that. I was better. I don't know anymore. Maybe I only remember what suits me to remember.
Yeah, I think so. The story changes every time.
Bitch.
Do you want to christen a shopping mall in Nanking?
No.
How about a series of commercials for eyeglasses?
No.
It's only in Latin America.
No.
All right, there's a Spanish horror flick. It's pretty gory. You'd be playing a mother superior. There are werewolves involved for whatever reason.
No.
An interview with an Italian magazine targeting active women, seduction after 40.
No.
But it's the cover.
No.
Okay. Mario Testino's shooting it.
I don't care.
Joanne Ellis's movie is opening up in Europe. She wants to meet you.
When?
Next week.
Where?
Wherever you want. She'll come here if you'd like.
Definitely not here.
Maybe I'll tell her to book the Vault House.
When is the movie opening?
It opened last week. Have you read a paper lately?
Oh, sorry, you want one?
It's playing in St. Moritz if you want to see it.
I'd rather wait until rehearsals start and keep the image of Sigrid as myself at 18. I know. It's a little disturbing. It's only more interesting.
Well, I didn't know you at 18, but I'm almost positive Joanne's a lot worse.
How can you be so sure?
Have you Googled her?
Well, I just looked at the pictures.
Well, you should dig a little deeper. Won't take you long to find all the naked photos, the latest updates on her exploits.
Such as?
Her breakup? Andrew Beltram? Any idea who that is?
I don't know.
What world do you live in? He's the biggest star.
Says who?
Preteens?
Oh.
Hey, there are a shit ton of them, so be careful. He broke up with her because she wouldn't stop getting wasted, cheating on him in public. So she went to his house with a gun, and he went batshit, threw her out. But, like, violently threw her out.
Not exactly the way Klaus described her.
The neighbors had to subdue her. She was, like, shooting up the place. Apparently it wasn't easy. She went to rehab to get out of doing time. She's better now.
According to her press releases.
Well, yeah.
And, the classical training, the theater background, is that all bullshit?
No, that's all true. She took off and just started really fucking up. I think she probably got jealous of, like, Hollywood trash. TMZ deemed her the A-list actress that dreamt of making it to the Z-list.
You could have told me sooner.
You despise internet gossip.
This is not gossip, it's information.
It's celebrity news. It's fun.
I thought you liked her a lot.
I do. I love her. She's not completely antiseptic like the rest of Hollywood.
Well, you just said she was a self-destructive crazy girl.
I didn't say that.
Sorry, I must have misunderstood then. Where are my fucking cigarettes?
They're right in front of you.
Where?
Hello. Ah! She's brave enough to be herself. At her age, I think that's pretty fucking cool.
I don't see what's so cool about fucking around, getting wasted out of your mind, and almost killing your boyfriend who's sick of you.
I think she's got a bright future. In fact, I think she's probably my favorite actress.
Oh. You mean more than me? Hmm?
No, I didn't mean that.
Hmm? A more, what, conventional? Boring? And I can't reach her intensity. No.
Didn't say that.
Of course not.
Good night.
Motherfucker! Hey, stop fucking following me, all right? I'll fucking kill you! Fucking kill you!
So, let me ask you a tough question. You were fired from the Forbidden Planet remake.
I don't know about that.
You were supposed to play the old Anne Francis role, Althea?
I don't know, maybe.
And after your DUI arrest, your studio canceled the contract.
You know, even if that were true, that would have cost them an arm and a leg. We'll just say it were true, which I'm not saying it is. But hypothetically speaking, I wouldn't be able to even talk about it right now because I would have signed a confidentiality agreement with the studio.
Sure. So let's imagine you were arrested for a DUI and you had insulted the police officer.
No, that's not hypothetical. That's a verified fact. I did get arrested on a DUI, and I did assault police officers.
So it's the studio's reaction that's hypothetical.
Exactly. And their hypothetical batshit crazy response would have cost them a hypothetical 7-figure sum, which I guess I wouldn't be able to talk about right now, right?
So will you be appearing on the remake for Forbidden Planet?
I'd rather die very, very slowly of probably food poisoning.
Rumor has it I will see you on stage.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a play called Maloha Snake with Maria Enders. She's gonna play the older woman, and I will play the one who drives her to suicide. It's just kind of rad, right?
Where in London will you play?
He told me the name of it. It's theater. It's still being negotiated.
Who's directing?
Klaus.
Klaus who?
Klaus, like, you know, the Klaus.
Klaus?
Klaus. Yeah, fucking Klaus. You should do your job and look him up. You're a fucking reporter, for God's sake.
Well, you apparently don't know him.
Santa Claus.
Klaus Kinski.
Klaus Barbie.
Okay, this is the armchair.
Office door. Desk. Okay, go ahead. Come in. Sigrid, I asked you here because your internship is almost over. And I wanted to congratulate you personally. Have a seat. No, there, the armchair. Everyone in my office sings your praises, including the nastiest ones. The ones who think that I shouldn't have taken over the company after my father died. That I'm running it into the ground. The ones who consider me incompetent, not because I'm a woman, but because they look at the figures. And the figures aren't what they should be. I know it's true, it keeps me up at night. It's been eating away at me. They persuaded me, and now I think they're right.
Why are you telling me this? It's none of my business. You want people to know? You think if you arouse their pity, they'll back off. I've been around a lot less than you. But in my experience, it's quite the opposite, wouldn't you agree?
When they tell me about you, how much they appreciate you. They're using you to humiliate me. Shit! I messed up. Fuck! It's what?
It's to remind.
It's to remind me. Ugh. Shh. I have too many memories of Susan Rosenberg and the disgust she made me feel when she was slipping into the skin of this defeated woman. She got such obscene pleasure out of it night after night.
Why defeated?
Defeated by age, by her insecurities. Letting this kid lead her around by the nose.
Come on, that's not all there is to it. Let's
start over. This poor woman is ready to kill herself before the play even starts. She's using cigarette as a weapon, that's all. Let's start over. When they tell me about you, how much they appreciate you, it's to remind me how happy they are to grant you what they never granted me. They're using you to humiliate me. It's not just your youth or your powers of seduction. No, it's your aplomb. Your unshakable self-confidence.
You don't know me.
Nothing gets through you. You radiate self-confidence.
And you don't.
I wear a mask. It works with some people. Others see right through it. I can tell which is which right away. There's one thing I excel at. That's reading people's behavior.
So how should I be reading yours?
How do you think?
I don't know, I'm reluctant to say it, but it's pretty clear.
Don't be reluctant.
Helena nervously crosses and uncrosses her legs, reaches for a cigarette. You talk about your insecurities, your vulnerabilities. You open up to me. I'm not exactly sure why. It's as if you're expecting something. Can I be frank? I don't think it's company figures that are keeping you up at night.
What's keeping me up, then?
Desire. For me, I think. I noticed it the second you hired me, and I'm sorry, but I've had fun playing with it. You've let me play with it.
Fun? What a strange word. Not what I was expecting. Oh, this text is impossible.
Oh my God. Also, So now the play's bad?
No, but everything's weighted to make Sigrid look good.
I didn't read it like that. I see her arrogance, her cruelty, and Helena's humanity. She's able to talk about her own pain. It's moving.
Let's start over. Fun. What a strange word. Not what I was expecting. She's such a stupid cunt.
Oh. And I didn't expect you to talk about desire either. Let me be frank now. Makes me uncomfortable. And it forces me to see you differently.
And that gets under your skin. Pause. You can tell me. Stands, lights a cigarette. In fact, it's exactly what you want to say, so say it.
Yes, it's true. You get under my skin. And I wanted to ask you to stay on and become my personal assistant.
She doesn't accept. I mean, she does accept. Without hesitation, she accepts.
I've been feeling sick all morning. I feel dirty. I don't like Helena, no matter how much humanity you see in her. What's up?
No, thanks.
Or maybe because of that humanity, I don't know, I don't care. I don't feel good in her skin. I don't know why I have to inflict this on myself.
And don't do it.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not doing it.
I'd like to take the car tonight. Bart rented a house on Lake Como with some friends.
That's pretty far.
I mean, it's 2 hours by car. If I left at 6, I could probably be back by sunrise. Would you be okay alone?
Yeah. No, just be careful on the mountain roads at night. Are you involved with it? I mean, is this a thing now?
I like him.
Oh, you like him. That's all we'll get.
You're jealous.
Jealous?
I don't know. My time. My thoughts. Maybe my affection.
No, I'm not jealous. I'm thrilled that you have a boyfriend. There haven't been that many. And when there is one, you burn through him pretty fast.
I'll tell you.
No, you won't. And I never know if I should believe what little you do tell me.
It's up to you. Can you pass me those? I'm a little late.
Sorry.
See ya.
But you did sign a contract. Pulling out will cost you.
You know, I thought it over. I worked on the scene. I can't. I mean, I can, but it's too hard. I feel too much disdain for Helena. I'm Sigrid. I want to stay Sigrid.
Sigrid is 20.
I don't care. I know I'm right. It doesn't interest me anymore. It spoils my memories. It's not constructive.
They'll sue, and it'll go on for months and months.
They can replace me.
It's too late. Klaus doesn't want anyone else for Helena.
So I'm a hostage.
You'll be appearing in a prestigious production that's been waiting for you for 20 years.
I'm asking you to get me out of this.
Great, but like I said, it won't be cheap.
Figure something out.
There's no use getting upset. We'll take care of it. But I'm giving you due diligence, okay?
You have to stay with us. We're mutants, just like you. We all have doubts. Doubts about our powers. Are we worthy of them? Do we have the right to use them? After all, what is good? And what is evil? And who are we to decide? Scarlet Witch and Dr. Pretorius both agree. What you did was not treasonous. Forgive yourself. Don't judge your own actions so harshly.
Don't you understand? This is no mistake. I have been double-crossing the Alliance for a very long time now. And reporting directly to Sargon. And you know why? Because I am madly in love with him. Do you remember when he attacked our guild's outpost? I tried to fight him then, but I was alone and I failed. You weren't there. Neither was Dr. Pretorius and neither was Scarlet Witch. He led me into a gravitational field that neutralized my powers. He bolted me.
We tried to find you.
I woke up alone. A prisoner in his fortress.
And I know that he raped you.
Yes. He didn't rape me. I fell in love with him.
I refuse to believe this.
Sargon is not a mutant, but he understands mutant desire. I became his lover. That's the only reason he set me free.
You're crazy. Sargon loves no one.
He used me and then he cast me aside. But maybe if I obey him, maybe if I follow his orders, he might just take me back.
And place your bets, please. The last bets, thank you, and no more bets. The end of up here. 28, black. 5 pieces here. Place your bets, please. 9 red. Place your bets, please.
Well, I stayed because of you, but I could feel my brain cells dying one by one.
Okay, but you don't find her amazing? I think she's totally fascinating.
It's such a stupid character. Come on.
Because it takes place on a spaceship? I know that if it was set on an assembly line or like a farm or something, you'd love it.
That's true. I have a hard time taking bimbos in astronaut suits mouthing off some generic pop psychology seriously. Been there, done that.
I like it.
I know you do. I'm sorry.
There's no less truth than in a more supposedly serious film. She goes deep into the darker side of her character. It's daring. It's really daring. In a big movie like that, it's fucking cool.
Well, she's got great presence, but I don't see what's so daring about it.
Despite her superpowers.
Her superpowers?
Yes, her superpowers.
Her superpowers.
Yes, her superpowers. So what? It's a convention, but it's no dumber than any other convention. Despite her superpowers, she's emotionally defenseless. She's in love, but she's not loved in return. This impossible love for Sargon, the Alliance's worst enemy, leads her to betrayal and madness. Fucking shit. Are you telling me there's nothing there worth playing there?
I don't know, Val. I don't know.
She knows that it means her downfall, but that is the ultimate truth of her desire. It's fucking powerful. Oh my God, I hate you sometimes so much.
You're making my head spin. And Sargon, you find him interesting too?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, good.
No, Sargon sucks. Jesus Christ.
Madame, merci. Last bets, thank you. No more bets. The end of up plus.
All of it? See that? My magical door opening powers? The door opening.
Sure you can drive?
I have the same drinks as you.
That's my point. So, what you were saying earlier was that, and like Joanne, I don't take that kind of role seriously,
What? No. I don't know what you're talking about.
That I have disdain for those characters and their cartoonish psychology, but she doesn't. Which makes her superior to me.
Uh-oh. Don't get jealous. Not an attractive quality.
She dives headfirst into a character's ambiguities, but I don't. That's why I admire what she does.
Yeah. You know, I think that when you watch her in a movie like the one we saw tonight, there is no distance there.
It's normal. It's a culture, right?
Yeah, agreed.
What's wrong with my acting?
Nothing.
What do I need to do to make you admire me? Do I think too much? Huh? Am I too classical? Not liberated like Joanne? You're here to talk to me, so start talking.
I don't know, you can't be as accomplished as you are and as well-rounded as an actress as you are and still expect to hold on to the privileges of youth. It just doesn't work like that.
Oh. So I'm allowed to not be old as long as I don't want to be young. Is that it?
Yeah, I don't know. I guess so. Yes, totally. Well put. Fuck. I think maybe good night. Wait.
You didn't tell me I went with Bert.
Yeah, well, you know, fuck Bert. I thought you wouldn't believe me anyway.
Try. Maybe you'll manage to persuade me.
I'm exhausted. I don't know. I don't have the energy.
Okay. Good night.
Oh, I spoke to Jay. He doesn't think he can get me out of the contract.
Yeah, I figured.
Please knock when you enter my office.
You summoned me.
I didn't summon you. I asked you to come.
What's the difference?
Well, this difference is when I summon you, it's for professional reasons. When I ask you to come, it's for personal reasons.
So it's personal?
Yes.
All the more reason not to knock.
Everyone knocks before coming into my office. I could have been in a meeting or on a private call. I'm surprised Josephine let you through.
I told Josephine it didn't concern her. She understood perfectly well.
Understood what?
That we have a personal relationship.
Since when does Josephine know that we have what you call a personal relationship?
Don't be stupid. She has eyes. You want me to draw you a picture?
Please don't draw me a picture. I thought it was between you and me. I'm appalled. Who else knows?
I don't know. But in an office, word gets around pretty fast. You hired me as your personal assistant, but I'm underqualified. Everyone understood right away that I could come and go as I pleased, and I created a vacuum around you to keep my hold on you.
Created a vacuum to keep you hold.
Don't you realize?
No. I don't see things that way.
And everyone else got it before you did.
Shall we stop here?
Sure.
Can you repeat Sigrid's last lines?
Then everyone else got it before you did. Alana pauses and stares at Sigrid.
What started at my place that night? I won't deny a thing. I probably wanted it. I don't know. It's as if you put this idea in my head.
If you allowed yourself to be manipulated, it's because you wanted it. I don't want anything.
Stop. I can't stand that condescending tone of yours. You want to be clear? This can't go on.
Whatever you say.
I thought it over. It's finished.
So I'll leave.
No, you'll stay. You do your job well. I have no complaints.
I stay and it's finished?
We stop.
And act as if it never happened?
Yes.
Helena, you're not capable of that. If I stay, nothing will change. You'll be my lover.
No.
You will. And I'll keep driving everyone else away. I'll have a tighter and tighter hold on you.
Is that what you want?
No, not necessarily. I'm just telling you how it is. But if you want me to leave, just say so. She doesn't speak. Say it. It's time. Hand it back too. You hungry?
Yeah.
You'll be my lover. I'll keep driving everyone else away. I'll have a tighter and tighter hold on you. Honestly, you don't find this ridiculous?
Why? Because she speaks brutally?
No, because it's phony. I don't believe it.
So you don't think people can be blinded by their own emotions?
No, I do, but not to that extent. It's too theoretical. Even a little stupid.
It's theater. It's an interpretation of life. It can be truer than life itself. Sigrid puts Helena's desires into words. She says the unspoken. She formulates it.
Cruelly.
Okay, cruelly.
Yeah, cruelly, because she's up to no good. You're not in the character's skin. I have no choice. I have to be them. I have to identify with them. When it's phony, I feel it viscerally. It can be literary, but still be true. I can feel the difference. I can hear it.
Maria.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. The sun's about to go down.
I know a shortcut a little further up. It's steep, but it'll take us straight to Valfex.
I thought Valfex was that way.
No.
You sure this is the right path, huh?
Well, actually, not really. I'm not even sure it's a path. Well, we might have hooked up somewhere. I don't know.
I think you're right. I'm pretty sure Valfex is, not this way.
Anyway, we're heading down. We'll end up somewhere. I think this road takes us to Maloya.
What do we do when we get to Maloya?
We take the bus.
You know, you don't have to keep me on if you find my ideas simplistic.
What makes you say that?
If you find my point of view uninteresting, I don't really know what I'm doing here. I can run lines with you, but I don't really see the point you can find anyone to do that.
No, all I'm saying is that thinking about a text is different from living it. It's nothing against you.
You hate the play, you hate her. You don't have to take it out on me. Just doing my job.
Ready? You ready? Yes! Don't lie to me. You received a confirmation for a flight to Tokyo.
You're reading my mail now? Aren't you ashamed?
I haven't felt shame in a long time. I went through all your desk drawers, your notebooks, and I'm doing it because you want to leave me. Now I know when and how.
Helena is restless. Sigrid remains poised. All you had to do was ask. Yes, I accepted a job in Tokyo. A pharmaceutical lab. I think it'll be much more interesting than the work I'm doing here.
More interesting than what are you doing here? Haven't I given into every demand you've made? No other company would have given you that kind of responsibility and power.
Exactly. It's weighing on me. I know this place in and out. The world moves. I want to feel that. I want to be a part of it. I want to travel. Switzerland's too provincial. She takes a deep breath and regains her composure.
And with me, you don't feel free.
You've become too dependent on me. It's unhealthy. What do I get in return?
I give you whatever you want, you know that.
Oh, like a job at a dead-end company that's about to go down the drain?
How could you say a thing like that?
Open your eyes. My poor Helena.
I'm not your poor Helena.
Nothing I've learned here is of any use to me.
I'm not your poor Helena.
You'll never last. You should listen to what the bankers are telling you. And your board members.
That's not true! Oh, this relationship between these women, it's
disturbing.
Disturbing. Nowadays, people say disturbing about everything, even the most conventional ideas. Anyway, it's a male fantasy.
No, it's not.
I don't know why I should be helping to bring it alive.
I bet you weren't saying stuff like this when you were playing Sigrid.
Oh, I was a kid when I was playing Sigrid. I wasn't asking those kind of questions.
Like Joanne in her science fiction film.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, don't you want to get that innocence back?
You can't get innocent twice.
You can. If you just accepted Helena the way you accepted Sigrid. Obviously, it's easier to relate to strength rather than weakness. Youth is better than maturity. Cruelty is cool. Suffering sucks. She's mature and she's innocent. She's innocent in her own right. That's what I like about her.
Make some coffee, you want some?
Cruelty is cool and suffering sucks. You didn't answer me. You have your interpretation of the play. I think mine's just confusing you. It's frustrating me. It's uncomfortable. It's not good. Stay. No.
Please stay. I need you.
Thank you.
I prefer 18th century music to any other. It's so bright and lively.
Yeah, me too. Romantic music is so sad and depressing. But I'd rather listen to rock music any day of the week, though. Even the worst.
Not me. I've had too much of it. I'm sick of it.
Well, you're such a snob.
No, tastes can get worn out. Kind of like desire. I've never listened to Handel properly. I think he's excellent. I haven't been this moved by music in ages. You're making fun of me.
I'm not, but I find it really cute that you're trying to fit in with my ideas. But you know I'm not a music whiz. I mean, besides that my family practically spoon-fed me, which is incredibly specialized, I don't know a thing about music. Thank you. So, how'd it go with your wife?
Really well. No, I'm kidding. It was horrible. But, you know, she's not the type to wear her heart on her sleeve. I think she was expecting it.
Did you tell her about me?
No, I said, you know, I'd be going off on my own to write my book and wouldn't be back.
Well, she must be suspecting something.
She has no idea you and I know each other.
Well, she will. I mean, once it hits the tabloids.
They're not going to find us here.
They're gonna find us anywhere. It's their job, you know?
Did you say anything to Maria Enders?
Just that I would be taking advantage of my press tour and coming to say hi to her.
She didn't find that strange.
I talked to her assistant, and she didn't seem to question it, so I guess not.
Hi.
Hi. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, too. Wow. I never would have recognized you.
Really? Well, I mean, if you've only seen me on the internet or in movies, it's not really a big surprise.
It's a little weird.
Well, you, on the other hand, look exactly like all your roles.
I hope not all of them.
No. Only the better. Only the better.
Rest assured, you don't look like Nemesis.
This is Chris. He's a novelist.
Hi, nice to meet you, Chris. My assistant. Hey, it's so good to meet both of you. Seriously.
Yeah. Hello. May I get you anything to drink?
A cognac for me, please.
Yeah.
All of the same.
Okay.
I'm fine, thanks.
All right. What herbal teas do you have?
We have verveine, mint, and chamomile.
Can I get chamomile, please?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you. I don't think you understand how much of an honor this is for me. When I was 15, I saw, oh my God, the movie you did with the CIA and Harrison Ford. I'm so sorry, I'm blanking.
Beetle on its back.
A Beetle on its Back with Harrison Ford. You blew my mind. You were the epitome of class. You were everything I ever wanted to be as an actress. And I mean, the way that you battled those politicians and then the military brass men, it was captivating.
It was my first Hollywood film. I was a little lost. Sidney Pollack was really nice, but sometimes I didn't understand what I was saying, so I was too shy to ask. But fortunately, Harrison was there to help. A lot.
Well, then, of course, after that, I begged my parents to let me see you on stage in The Seagull. And they didn't know who you were before then because, well, they kind of hate movies.
Well, I hope they tolerate the theater.
No. They don't just tolerate the theater. I mean, they're absolutely in love with it. In fact, they see everything and well, you know, when they saw your performance, they said it was the best Nina they'd ever seen. And that meant a lot to me. Because after, you know, before that, I'd never been able to tell them that I wanted to be an actress, but because of you, I could pursue my vocation.
I prefer your early French films. There was a cycle at the ICA in London. I saw almost all of them. And you came. You probably don't remember.
Oh, I remember perfectly well.
I was fascinated by how freely you spoke about your work. And yet someone asked you if you had any regrets, and you said, "We're not allowed to regret anything. If we're sincere, then we're the sum total of our experiences with no exceptions."
I said that?
Not word for word, something like that. You don't think that anymore?
Oh, no.
I completely agree with that, 100%.
You know, I am incredibly intimidated to take on your role. I mean, no one's going to be able to do it like you did, and I hope you don't judge me too harshly.
We all have our own way into a character. They're all good.
Well, I cannot wait to do the read-through tomorrow.
We'll work in Wilhelmshire. I hope that's okay with you.
Yeah, sure. As long as this ghost isn't watching over us the entire time.
I can't promise you that, but don't worry. He's a well-meaning ghost.
Oh, well-meaning. I don't know about that.
Nor do I.
You know, it's incredibly brave of you to take on the role of Helena. It's a way of dealing with time.
Yeah, it was. I don't know, sometimes I tell myself that it's just a job, and I'll be happy to move on when it's over.
Hey.
You still want to see the snake you asked me the other day?
Oh, yeah.
The weather they're predicting for tomorrow seems ideal, so you better make sure you're out there at daybreak. It's wonderful to see it coming over the Malaya Pass.
Great. Awesome. That's amazing. Thank you.
Okay.
I thought they were really nice. No, it's true. She's a lot more interesting than the person you described. I didn't know her parents were musicians, and I liked him too. He's... What's so funny? Did I say something funny?
They spent the whole evening flattering you. Of course you like them.
That has nothing to do with it.
No, of course not.
Got the scoop tonight. What scoop?
She's with Christopher Giles.
Chris? His name is Christopher Giles?
Yes.
Is he famous?
He is uber famous. I can't remember which major book prize he won, but he's married. He's with Dorothea von Duisberg, the German artist. She had a show at the Serpentine last year.
Either of them.
You should Google him.
How do you spell his name?
Giles. Giles.
Well, he's obviously with her.
Yeah. When word gets out, it's gonna be like a tsunami.
Oh, yeah. On their planet.
Their planet has a name. It's called the real world. Welcome. Careful with that. Come here. Give that to me. You're done.
I spent all night thinking about Helena's death.
Her death? She doesn't necessarily die. She disappears.
That's your interpretation.
Well, it's pretty ambiguous.
She goes out for a hike and never comes back. Seems clear enough to me.
You don't know that. She could reinvent herself somewhere else. There's really no way of knowing.
You know, you can imagine whatever you want. Are we going the right way? I mean, I don't mind waking up at the crack of dawn, but not to get lost in the mountains and miss the snake.
Well, we're basically here. You happy?
What makes you think we're here?
I've got a map. You want me to show you? Come here. This is the bend we just went around 10 minutes ago. And just around there is the view of the valley. You see that?
How do you know?
Pain in the ass, Jesus Christ.
I don't know why you're so dead set on making this place say the opposite of what it was meant to say.
At 20, you saw Sigrid's ambition and you saw her violence because you felt it in yourself.
So?
So that's what I'm saying. The text is like an object. It's gonna change perspective based on where you're standing.
I don't know.
We should go. We're gonna miss the snake.
There won't be any snake.
Fuck it.
Look there. Is that the snake? No. No, it's just mist. A little fog. But it breaks up. Still pretty beautiful, though. It's like it's gathering and pouring out into the valley. Or maybe it is the snake. I have to be patient. No, it's not the snake. Oh, yes! I think it's turning into the snake. How about you? Huh? What the hell are you doing? Val? Val! Val? Val! Val! Answer me! Val! Val!
How's the hotel?
The hotel's fine. Oh, thanks for the flowers.
So, did you reach Klaus? He was really impatient to see you. You have to return his calls, you know. He thinks you're avoiding him.
We're having dinner. He's a half hour late.
Oh, so he called me to kill time. Just kidding.
I'm not avoiding him. I want to talk to him one-on-one. You know how reluctant I was. I'm over that now.
You know, Klaus understands the risks you're taking. I know he's sincere. He's doing this for you and for Wilhelm's memory.
And for the publicity. 20 years after being secret, I'm Helena. That's all the press is talking about. You know, he's like every artist of his generation. He has a flair for PR.
Oh, and is that a crime?
To excel and to know how to show it is to excel twice. Balthazar Gracian said that.
I have no idea who that is, but he was right. The press is talking about you and your work.
Oh, I said okay to pictures, no interviews. It's too soon, too fragile. Hold on. Yes? Tell him I'm on my way down. Thank you. It's Klaus.
You'll be fine.
Hi.
Hi. Excuse me, I'm late, but something terrible has happened. Dorothea tried to commit suicide. She's in a coma.
Dorothea?
Christopher Giles' wife.
Chris, Joanne's friend, you mean?
Yes, but you're not supposed to know he's Joanne's friend.
Well, they were together in Sils, so...
I thought it was more recent than that. Excuse me, sir. We can go. Well, she slit her wrists in a studio. The housekeeper found her in a pool of her own blood.
That's awful. She's a well-known artist, right?
Dorothea is an amazing girl. Beautiful, talented, everything going for her. I love her work. I don't understand. Joanne is devastated. She was at an exhibition. She can't go back to the hotel. The paparazzi have surrounded the place. I suggested she join us. You don't mind?
No, of course not.
It was still just a rumor, but the press knew something was up. Someone posted in her blog that it was the real reason that Joanne had accepted to do a play in London.
And is that true?
She doesn't need a pretext to act in London, but the paparazzi will never let go. They need a picture with Christopher. They are going wild. She's in her car. She'll be here in 5 minutes.
You wanted to talk to me?
Sorry, I'm confused. I had a long conversation with Rosa last night. I told her you were in London, that we were about to start rehearsals. It made her happy, I think.
Yeah. No, all we have to do is not disappoint her.
Let's take Chateau La Rose. Thank you. Rosa gave me fragments from Willem's follow-up to Maloya Snake, a sign of her trust. Some of the pages make no sense out of context, but there are a few others that put the play in a new light.
How old was Willem when he wrote Maloya Snake? 35 or so? Oh.
38.
38?
Yeah, a little older when he made the film, of course.
Well, he was still a young man, all action. 25 years later, obviously, it was more analytical, trying to put things in perspective, maybe thinking about posterity, who knows? Isn't it better to stay faithful to his youthful energy?
And forget the new scenes?
Yes.
Willem never had any distance or maturity. On the contrary, his last text got bolder and bolder and more enigmatic. Here's another way of looking at it. We think like him. We project ourselves into the future instead of freezing ourselves in the past. Or that we... Joanne? What's happening?
She's hanging on by a thread. She's lost a lot of blood, but, the doctors won't tell us anything. Chris said she was really relaxed when he told her. She was just getting used to the new situation.
Where's Christopher?
Dorothy's family got him from Germany. And so they told him to leave the hospital, so he's gonna come join us.
Here? That's ridiculous. He will have all the paparazzi from the hospital on his trail.
No, he said there were no paparazzi. He'd know.
He's being naive. Of course they are tailing him. They are just doing it discreetly. Tell him absolutely not to join us.
Look, his voicemail's turned off. I'll just text him.
If they follow him here, we are stuck. Do you have your driver?
Yeah, he's outside.
Tell Christopher to meet us at my club. At least we have some peace and quiet.
Chris! Hey. Hey, you're all right. Did you get my messages? Klaus thinks the paparazzi are following you from the hospital.
I don't know. I didn't see any.
They can't get a picture of us tonight. It'd be a total disaster. It'd spread like wildfire. I'm gonna call my driver. Hey, will you come pick us up?
Here. The address of my club. We'll go first, wait 5 minutes, take a taxi and join us.
Following us. Hey, Ari? No, there's no news here from the hospital. Yeah, I could really use you right now. Whatever the first plane out is, I'm stuck here in London till basically the end of the year. Rehearsal start tomorrow. If she doesn't make it, it's gonna be a nuclear fucking winter.
What do you want to do? Change hotels?
No way. Wherever I go, they're just gonna find me and chase me down. And I'd rather just stay where I am. You know, I'm fine with it. It'll just be hard for Chris.
The media is going to crucify him.
No. I'll take the heat. I'll be the homewrecker. I'm used to getting nasty shit written about me. I can honestly care less.
You want us to cancel tomorrow's rehearsal? Maria, would you mind?
Of course not. No way. No. I'd rather work.
We didn't get to talk much.
No.
I'll have the new scenes dropped off at the front desk, and we'll talk about them seriously.
Yeah, we can do that tomorrow after rehearsal.
I'm drained after a work day. It's not the best time for me.
I know. Same for me.
And next weekend I have to see my kids in southern Italy.
We'll manage. Okay, good night.
Good night.
When they tell me about you, how much they appreciate you, it's to remind me how happy they are to grant you what they never granted me. They're using you.
Hi. I printed everything out. Thanks. If you want an English solicitor to take a look at the papers, tell me. I know a bilingual girl who specializes in Paris real estate. That's the sales agreement. Your ex-husband is buying your half of the apartment for the price you agreed to.
No, I didn't want to discuss it. Maybe I was wrong.
And that's the sales agreement for the studio on Rue du Chemin Vert.
Yeah, it's expensive, but it's worth it. So it's ready to sign.
Tomorrow, as planned. You take the Eurostar at 8:15, leave Paris at 5, and you'll be back in London in time for dinner.
Okay.
If you want, I can travel with you.
No, fine.
What do I tell Pierce Rolton?
Remind me who he is?
He's shooting a film next summer called Electric Shockwave.
What's he done?
Nothing, he's 25. But Jay says it's good and that it's been greenlit.
What's the part?
They haven't sent it over yet. It's the lead. I think your character would be some sort of hybrid. A creation of modern genetics, but with a soul. It's set in the near future, the 23rd century.
On Earth?
Maybe, I'm not sure. Hello.
Thank you. I'll tell Pierce I'm interested and I'll read the script next week, okay?
And there are the new scenes Klaus sent you.
Oh, yes, I forgot.
Do you want to run the lines?
No, I haven't read the pages yet.
He wants to know what you think.
Why doesn't he just call me?
Maybe he's waiting for your reaction. You've had the scenes for 2 weeks.
Yeah, I understand. But I'd rather discover them at the last minute and not overthink it. It's the only way I can keep it spontaneous. It's how I prepared Sigrid 20 years ago. I'll do the same thing with Helena. If he asks you, just tell him I think they're very good.
Very good, but it's still a little long. Joanne, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Do the same thing, but speed it up a little.
Okay.
Why don't you just forget one of the files? There are plenty. We do it one more time.
Okay.
Excuse me. Tomorrow is our final dress rehearsal.
I know. Thanks for taking the time.
My pleasure.
I'll just switch this on.
May I have a cup of coffee, please?
Well, you can imagine my first question. Will the media frenzy around Joanne Ellis steal the spotlight?
All that matters is the show. The rest is of no importance. And fortunately, Dorothea pulled through.
I know you have a new take on it, but will the audience be receptive, or might they be too distracted? I suppose that's my question.
I hope they'll be receptive.
So you think the shows are airtight? No connection to the outside world?
No. No, each theater goer brings his own subjectivity. And it's generally not defined by tabloid headlines.
Some will go for the smell of scandal, so will they see the show you had in mind or something else?
Joanne?
What's up?
I wanted to ask you. You know the scene at the beginning of Act 3 when you tell me you want to leave and I get on my knees and I beg you to stay. You're on the phone ordering pepperoncini pizza for your co-workers in accounting. Well, you leave without looking at me, as if I didn't exist. If you could pause for a second. You know, Helena's distress would last longer when she's left alone in her office. Well, the way you're playing it, the audience follows you out, but instantly forgets about her, so...
So what?
Well, when I played Sigrid, I held it longer. I thought it was more powerful, dramatically. I mean, it really played well.
Well, no one really gives a fuck about Helena at that point, do they? I'm sorry, but I mean, it's pretty clear to me this poor woman's all washed up. I mean, your character, right? Not you. And when Sigrid leaves Helena's office, Helena's a wreck, and we get it. You know, it's time to move on. I think they want what comes next.
If you just held it a few seconds longer.
It doesn't really feel right for me, Maria.
You're right. Yeah. I think I'm lost in my memories. You think you've forgotten your old habits, but they'll come back. I have to break them.
I guess you do.
Hi, come in.
Hi. Thanks so much for seeing me tonight. I really appreciate it. We're leaving early tomorrow morning for a location scout in the Ukraine. That's where we're going to be shooting our exteriors mostly.
So I read your script.
Yeah, well, I know we've never met, but I actually wrote it with you in mind.
As a mutant?
I'm trying to consider genetics from a more human point of view.
When I was reading it, I imagined someone much younger. Maybe me younger, actually, but you're seeing me in movies that were made years ago. I've changed.
She has no age. Or else she's every age at once, like all of us.
Can I be frank? Maybe it's because I'm working with her, but as I was reading it, I kept thinking about Joanne.
Yeah, well, personally, I never think about Joanne Ellis.
You're wrong. She's smart and talented. She's modern, just like your character.
My character isn't modern. Not in that way, anyway. She's outside of time.
Outside of time? I don't understand. It's too abstract for me. Sorry.
I don't like this era.
You're wrong. It's yours.
Hey, man, I didn't choose it. And if my era is Joanne Ellis and viral internet scandals, I think I'm entitled to feel unrelated, aren't I?
I mean, it's nothing against her. I guess I just assumed you'd understand. Curtain in 5 minutes?
How's the house?
Full.